phase 2. Most of those ones, within the next 14 days, they will be done. This ones is a different phase. These ones, as you add from the contractor, they have told us that they need a minimum of 25 days, which we shall give them the 25 days to be able to run these classrooms.
This is just one of the several schools grappling with delayed or incomplete grade 9 classrooms. For now, students in such schools will have to make do with the congested spaces for 30 days until the necessary infrastructure is finalized.
Be consolidating on classrooms. There will be congestion for a short while, which is going to support us. In some situations, even where the congestions may not allow, we can have a multi-shift within the time, where when there is a class that is having outdoor activities, then within that time, another group can be optimizing on the classroom. So that within this short time of the next 30 days, we make sure that we don't disrupt learning.
Meanwhile, at Murema Primary School, located a few kilometers away, there's a starkly different picture. 5 grade 9 classrooms are completed and operational. 5 grade 9 classrooms are complete and operational. Here, students have smoothly transitioned into their first day, marking the beginning of their final year journey in junior secondary school under the competency-based curriculum, CBC.
By the end of this exercise, we shall have utilized almost 16 billion shillings to put up these classrooms. And we would want to make sure that we do it in a way that we don't cause any disruption in learning.
Across the country, grade 9 classes are domiciled within primary schools as part of the CBC system. So far, 13,500 classrooms have been completed out of the targeted 16,000. The construction of these classrooms is a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Education and the Constituency Development Fund, CDF.
So far, CDF has done for us 3,000 classrooms, which are ready and available for use. There are still another 2,000 at various levels of development.
Further, the Ministry of Education has confirmed that 46,000 teachers have already received letters of employment and will be posted in different schools across the country. As some schools show progress and completion of grade 9 classes, some have to wait a little bit longer for the completion of the infrastructure. Eunice Omolo, K24 TV, Nairobi.
As learners prepare to return to class this week, a wave of relief has greeted a section of schools whose boarding sections were previously shut down by the Ministry of Education. The decision follows an announcement by Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang that several schools among the 348 closed earlier this year have now met the stringent requirements laid out by the ministry and can resume operations.
Parents and teachers, the closure of these schools' boarding sections in January was a distressing turn of events. The ministry's directive was precipitated by concerns over safety and compliance following assessments conducted in September and October 2024. Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang, during a press briefing at Thika Road Primary School, revealed that most schools affected by the directive had now achieved the requirement preparedness levels.
Quite a number of schools have gone through a lot of reconstruction, because each school was given their report of what they needed to do. And some were very basic. Others were just required to do the CCTV and a few other things. Others were required to have the fire extinguishers, and some were not very difficult to achieve. Others were to change the direction of opening of the doors from opening inward to opening outside, removing grills on the windows. So quite a number of them, those who wanted to be re-evaluated and re-inspected, and they have done what they were told to do, we have no problem, because what we wanted is the safety of our children.
Kipsang further stated that the decision to shut down boarding facilities stemmed from critical safety concerns.
So we are just processing our report on them. We did a national school census last year, and in that census it was taking everything, including the infrastructure, the nature of infrastructure, the teachers, what is required. Let's finalize the report, then we shall be in a better place to be able to give you a real detailed situation. In fact, today we are also going to, at the end of this exercise of settling down our grade 9, we shall again have another multi-agency team who will be doing an assessment of infrastructure requirements in our schools.
The schools, he says, failed to meet crucial safety and compliance standards following thorough assessments conducted in September and October the year 2024. The Ministry of Education revisited its guidelines following the tragic Hillside and Arash Academy incident, where 21 children aged between 9 to 13 lost their lives. The tragedy ignited public outrage, with many parents and advocacy groups demanding swift reforms to protect learners. Key concerns highlighted during the assessments included dormitory safety, availability of fire safety equipment, adherence to sanitation standards, and prioritization of learners' well-being. For schools that failed to meet these benchmarks, the transition to day schools was seen as the only viable option. The reopening of compliant schools has brought hope to many families. For parents who are left stranded after the closures, the latest developments offer relief and a sense of reassurance about their children's education. Innocent Ogaro, K24, Nairobi.
Mozart Casino Jackpots. Zungusha gurudumu la furaha. Kuwa mshindi. Mozart Bet.
People Daily, Kenya's trusted newspaper, is making history as the first daily to go fully digital. By transitioning from print to the PD News app, we are delivering the same exceptional journalism you've relied on for years in a completely new way to experience it. It's news for today and the future. No paper, no waste. Just real-time updates and customized